I want us all to consider the following statement. All it takes is one good break. All it takes is one good break. You've heard me state it in other videos, but we are truly our own worst enemies. You see, we often buy into beliefs and thoughts that don't serve us, and we create a habitual cycle in our brains and in our minds that releases certain feel-bad chemicals and stress hormones that probably shouldn't be released as often as they are. It is truly the power of your own mind. It's the power of your own thinking that will change it all. It's not anything outside of us. We talk about this all the time on the channel. It's how you see it. It's your attitude within. It's not the circumstances without. Because see, nothing can happen without something first happening within. I want us all to think about that. Nothing can happen without, which just means outside of us, without first something causing it within or projecting something into the future. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this all the time. If we are living from past conditioning, we are creating the same right now, and we're projecting that past into our future, which is creating more of the same past. More of the same past what? More of the same past thoughts, more of the same past patterns of behavior, more of the same past lousy results. It's all in how we perceive it and what we buy into. It's the beliefs that we buy into most that project us into what we experience in the now. Or you could say what we will eventually experience in the future. But if you're in a hard place, as many of us are right now, it's all about the mind. I really want to stress this and strain this. It's really about the potentiality of what we choose to do internally with our mind's eye. It's truly what we pray about. And I told us before in different videos that prayer is actually an energetic event. And I know that sounds a bit hokey, but there's science-based evidence surrounding this claim. It's based in truth. Whenever we pray, it's not kneeling down on our feet and knees and making a noise, as Bob Proctor says. That's not prayer. It's not getting down on our knees and making a noise. It's the vibrations that we're casting out into the universe. In science, we actually call this the 0-point field, and it's the potentialities of everything. Look this stuff up. Quantum physics tells us all of these things. So we're always casting off energy in this 0-point field, and it has infinite possibilities of what all outcomes could be. And if we don't get this in our mind's eye, then we will not be able to project the new decision, the new future moving forward. This is why it's so important. This is why I always talk about it. A lot of people that are subscribed to this channel, I appreciate all of you, but many of the people subscribed to this channel, they are thinking in their mind, this is too redundant. But they're missing the principle. They're missing the power of the mind. They're truly missing the power of the mind. The mind creates all. The mind is what spawned matter, as a matter of fact. The mind spawned matter through faith, through prayer. And it's what we energetically tune into. This can be changed at any time. If we're not praying, we're always praying. Most people are praying for what they don't want. But true prayer is the movement that takes place between spirit and form, to and through us. It's what you're focused on. It's your thoughts. All it takes In this present moment, see, this present moment for me recording the video is different from you, the present moment from you watching and listening to it. So, but what's my point? My point is that whatever your now is, the time of you watching this video, whatever your now is, you can change that. But the past conditioning wants to keep us in bondage. It wants to keep us enslaved. It's negative thinking. Most of it's negative programming. Most of it's patterns, old patterns of behavior. If you thought that last year something wasn't going to work out in your relationships, it probably won't work out today unless you change your thinking about it. If your finances aren't very good, it's probably not going to change. If you're not in tune with money and the money and wealth mindset, it's probably not going to change a year from that date unless you change your thoughts about it. It's your attitude. It's truly your attitude about the situation. If you're not praying for what you want, which most people are praying for what they don't want, energetically, they're casting off, I don't have, but it's not in your words. It's not that noise you're making on your knees. It's not the prayer that we've been conditioned to believe that's bringing us back the results that we're seeing outside of us. You know, many people who have angelic experiences and near-death experiences and see angels and things, it's because internally they have a belief that those things exist, that there is divine interventions. The people who don't believe in it, they don't see it. It's true. Think about it. The people who believe that they can turn their life around with a single thought, one new single thought, and plug into it vibrationally and cast out and radiate through the law of vibrational frequencies, the law of vibration. You see, the law of vibration brings us everything to us that we either want or don't want. And it's the vibrations that we continually cast off, the law of vibration. And then the secondary law is the law of attraction. Law of attraction is the secondary law. Law of vibration is the primary law. Whatever we vibrate in harmony with, the universe brings us back circumstances, events, and experiences and situations that match those outputs. So what is your output? What are you truly praying for? Prayer is an energetic event. If you believe in angels, they'll show up. If you believe in miracles, they'll appear in your life. They will. But if you don't believe and you don't hold yourself accountable in your mind's eye and you don't really believe these things, it's not going to happen. Before ending off this video, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Continue plugging into our videos. But one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people, including myself, sometimes we hold on to Satan's lies that tell us that we're stuck. That's the past conditioning. And as long as we keep plugging into that past conditioning and we buy into those beliefs, we're going to create the same. So we must start speaking life, even if nothing's looking the way that you want it to. You have to keep telling yourself, things are getting better. I'm attracting the people, places, and circumstances that are benefiting my well-being and my healthiest, highest self. You have to start telling yourself what you want, regardless of circumstance. And you have to understand these laws. And you have to understand that we're always praying. We're always praying, always. You might not be aware that you're praying, but the prayer is the energy leaving your body. I have many videos on this. I think one of the videos is manifesting using prayer. Check that one out. It says it on the thumbnail, manifesting using prayer. Got my coffee here. By the way, this coffee is fantastic. It is coconut caramel crunch. I know, that's a rare. I couldn't believe it. I'll have to show you the box that it comes in sometime on a next video. It's fantastic. Sometimes I'll pour some coconut milk in here. or some type of almond milk with coconut, and it just adds to the whole experience. You see, this is a good point because coffee is also vibration. Coffee's vibration. Everything's vibration. We live in a vibrational universe, and most of us are praying, are casting out that energy that we don't want. Thus, it returns to us. It must return to the source in which it came from. Just remember that. If you didn't get anything else from this video, if you're casting off doubt, if you're casting off fear, if you're casting off worry, things aren't ever going to get better. Why do things never happen in my favor? Why does this person always do me wrong? It's the story that you're telling yourself that must return to the source. What is the source? You're the source. You're the originating source. The thought came from you. You could say that the belief came from you because the thoughts come from the infinite spawning of the intelligence in this quantum field around us. But what thoughts are you plugging into? With what thoughts in spirit are you internalizing? You must let the positive seeds take root and not the negative ones. Just remember all of this, that for your life to turn around, choose something, your finances, your relationships. It could be your business. It could be anything. But choose one specifically, like the one that you care about the most or that you're having the most trouble in. And pray a new prayer. Notice what your energy's doing. Find something to be grateful in that moment about. Meditate on it. And it could only be for like 1 to 2 to 3 minutes. Listen to a song that you really love. And then in your mind, as you're listening to that song that you really love, visualize on the screen of your imagination, visualize like, wow, this thing's coming to me. This person of my dreams is walking towards me. I can feel them. It's tangible. And if you do that for 3 days and you really genuinely feel that, my friend, that's you using prayer for what you do want. That's you using the spiritual intelligence, and that will move to and through you, producing it in the form of the physical reality. It's an absolute law. It's a law of vibration. We must understand these laws and get really serious about manifesting. You can tell I take these things seriously because I really care about myself knowing them, but I also care to inspire the viewers and you guys on the other end of this so that we may all understand this in a different way. We hear it said so many different ways, so many different times, through so many different mediums. But this message might just hit home a little bit better for some of you. I know it does for myself, because it is through the repetition that we really grasp what's going on here and how to take control of our lives. All of us want to take better control of our lives, especially if you feel out of control. Start praying for what it is you do want. Do that for 3 days and really do it. Tune in today. Right now, you could do it right now after you're done watching this video. Listen to a song that you love, but then on the screen of your imagination, view the money coming into your bank account, viewing you living the life of your dreams, living in your dream home, whatever it is for you, attracting that lover, that soulmate that you really want. Whatever it is you want, keep plugging into it. Anything can turn around. Anything can turn around. The 0 point field is infinite in possibilities. Infinite. It's what you tune into that will return itself back to you. That's a law. It must return to the source in which it came from. So if things are looking grim, all it takes is one different thought to change it all. But you have to believe that, you have to buy into this science, you have to buy into these truths in order for that to occur. Because it's also the belief in this material. It's not just the prayer. It's not just the plugging into it on the screen of the imagination. You have to believe that this stuff works, and you will receive the results. I'm really praying for you. Keep tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.